The pipeworks of Low-G Labyrinth are a lot different to what we saw in Demolition Drainpipe. It looks to be made of a different metal for starters. The layout's a lot more sprawling and unintuitive, and oh yeah, the whole place is filled with toxic gas. This is part 23 of Overthinking Donkey Kong Country 3. Rule of cool very much applies here. No in-universe explanation needed. It's a pipe system full of gas that makes you move in slow motion. It's crazy how, like the best level ideas, something so simple can make for such a drastic change in gameplay. The introduction to the level is genius too. You begin in a tunnel, with nothing but a DK barrel to really catch your eye. When you jump for it, you notice that your jump is slower than normal, but also much higher. Then you reach a dead end. With nothing else really left to try, you jump and find yourself shooting upward through the pipes. Pretty cool. I suppose you could buddy up and throw Dixie up to the next level, but A, you can't see the next level, and 2, shut up. The entire first half of the level is avoiding buzzes and the occasional krimp. It's challenging in its own way, but for sure nothing insurmountable. Part 2 has you change into Quarks, in his second appearance ever. He's had a bit of a makeover here. He's a more saturated purple, he can fly up, and he can carry, and more importantly, drop barrels. Quarks is fucking rad. I really like him. His part of the game isn't too difficult, but it is different from the first half. The second bonus area has you turning into squawks too. It's cool to see both in the same level. One issue I have with the bonus is, after it drops you off in this secret area miles away from the bonus barrel. So if you fuck up, it's almost not worth going back. From the point where the secret area joins the main path, the game opens up in ways that don't quite make sense to me. You can go left or right. Right turns you back into the Kongs and is more or less a straight shot to the finish. Left has you turn back into the Kongs, but not before passing some buzzes and takes you to coin. After coin, the path splits again. Right is the way to the finish, though it does take you through a gauntlet of red buzzes. Left takes you through a gauntlet of green ones, but there's an invincibility barrel at the end. So I suppose it'd make the final stretch after backtracking a lot easier. I don't know. It just seems so pointless to me. God, the visuals in this level are just stunning, aren't they? I know it's just a simple palette swap, but damn, there's so much ground a simple palette swap can cover. I love how the overworld's color scheme reflects that of the levels within too. This is one of those things I think only I actually care about, but I really do appreciate it. I wish I had more to say on the actual level's environment though. We could speculate and say that this is an exhaust for the gases produced by the waste. Kind of like the vents that the sewage system has to stop the gases from building up. Kind of like your mum. That made no sense, but it's my video, so fuck you. So that's Low-G Labyrinth, and after this next boss battle, we're kinda sorta exactly halfway through the game. Depends how you look at it. I've gotta be honest, taking a critical look at the levels like this, the entire game has come up looking way better than I expected it to. I've played through it more times than I can count, quite possibly, and most likely, more times than either of the other two DKC games. But that familiarity doesn't give it any bias in my eyes. If anything, I think I'm more critical of it than most. So it's crazy that, despite that heightened level of criticism, that the game is so strong in the first half. There's some great material in the second half of the game too, so I can't imagine the quality will drop too much. Anyway, on to the fourth boss, then on to K3.